Hello again, everybody. So here I am. My intention was to do this particular thing, record myself daily, and I did it once, and then didn't do it again for another 6 months. So here we are. Here I am. I'm Jamie. Welcome to I Am, and here we explore the realms of spirituality, um, focusing on self acceptance, authenticity, and leading the life we want to live. So, the idea for this is just for me to sit and talk at a camera until I get comfortable and just to talk about whatever is going on with me and see if anyone would draw any value from it. So, yeah, I procrastinated again. And I'm sure many people can vibe with that because it's that fear of success. It's that fear of being seen. It's that fear of also being vulnerable, you know. And I recognize that. Where pushing this channel forwards, and which has actually been something I've wanted to do for a long time, has been something that in the back of my head is like, you want to do it. You want to do it. But there's this sense of holding back, this sense of no, because that means growth, because that means a part of me kind of dies. And it's like there's a part of me that just loved to procrastinate, that just loved the idea of staying stuck and beating up on myself because of it. So here we are, doing the thing and setting the intention. So I'm not gonna put so much pressure on myself to do this every day, but I will sit and record when I feel like there's something I want to talk about. So, radical self-acceptance. I have been on a journey for nearly a year now. Actually a year now, where I have really met myself, where I went and paid a fair bit of money for shadow work mentoring. And the takeaways from that is that self-acceptance is everything. Is that a lot of us are stuck because we're essentially rejecting ourselves. And a very, very obvious example of that has been something I struggled with quite recently, which has been quite a repetitive cycle that's happened most of my life, actually, that I've noticed, is that a few weeks ago, I was really deep in anxiety, in an episode of anxiety, and I get this like it's almost like an episode of psychosis where when I'm around people, I feel this barrier between me and them. And if I'm really anxious, I can get this really uptight feeling and the overwhelming sensation of needing to go to the toilet. Even to the point that I feel like I've soiled myself. And that kind of feeds back into the anxiety. And I'm almost feeling like everyone else knows, but they're not telling me. And shame and guilt and anger and beating myself up. But I take myself to the toilet and check myself, and it's like, obviously nothing's happened. It all seems to be in my head, but it just wouldn't stop. And this is something I've experienced on and off most of my life. It would even be like, and it got so bad that I'd even like be out in public. I couldn't leave my house for a couple of weeks because even if I were to take myself to the shops, I'd feel this very uptightness and this anxiety, and it's like everyone's talking about me, everyone's thinking about me. I really need to go. I really need to go. Yeah. So it's like I would hurry through the shop to get all my stuff and really like, and then pay and then leave. And suddenly, what appeared for me, what came up was a realization, which it's actually something I've already realized, but I've not fully acknowledged, is that when I was a little boy and when I first started school, I would soil myself in class. And I can't remember if everyone laughed at me or not. But that's the way I felt. And so maybe this is a defense mechanism, a way that I assert control when I feel anxious. I've never actually soiled myself as an adult. It's just an overwhelming feeling of that. But it's that experience that I had when I was little that I wasn't fully recognizing, and I was still judging, that was still coming up. It was still rearing its head, kind of going, why don't you accept me too? And that was the light bulb moment for me, that it's nothing to do with any of that. It's all to do with me and how I feel about myself in relation to how that little boy felt back then. That little autistic kid who didn't, when it actually happened to him, and I had conversations with my mum and recently and about this, and yeah, it was, you used to do that at school, and I'd have to come and pick you up. So the way that little boy felt back then, feeling so separate, feeling so judged, feeling like nobody likes him, feeling laughed at. I was actually laughing at myself. I was judging myself. So the question is, now I know this, can I accept him? Can I stop judging him and love him just the way he is? And fuck me, man, like admitting this and putting it out there for other people to witness, it's like, I can do him justice. And I can show other people that you're not fucking alone, man. You're not alone. And it's okay. It's all right. There's nothing to be afraid of. Even yourself. It's almost like you're reparenting yourself. You realize how you've been treating yourself all these years. Because that little boy and that little girl that experienced what they experienced still lives within you. Reality doesn't exclude that. Awareness doesn't exclude that. But are you excluding that? Are you rejecting that? And it can feel like the scariest thing ever. But on the other side of that acceptance is love, is peace, is all the stuff that you've been looking for. And it's okay. That's what everyone is looking for, really, is for someone to tell them that it's all right for them to be themselves. That it's all right for them. It's all right. It's okay. No matter what you feel like you went through, that's perfect. Because it brought you to here, to realize who you really are. So all of that had to happen. It's just okay. But you don't get to this forgiveness, to this acceptance, by pushing it away, because that's what you're doing already. So this letting go isn't something you do. It's not something you work on. It's kind of like the ceasing of all of that. The stopping of something. Because all that experience, it's no longer here, but you keep it here by holding on to it. It might not be something you're physically experiencing right now, but you keep bringing it up and reliving it, but at the same time rejecting it. So it'll keep popping up and popping up and popping up. Because again, what you resist persists. And so when you come at this from the idea of reality creation, and that your concept of yourself is everything, is that if you're rejecting any side of yourself, then you're rejecting yourself. And so the reflection must move to show you more things to reject. But everything is you. So why would you reject any of it? Why would you even reject the part of you that rejects? Because I tell you that on the other side of finally allowing it, finally letting it be as it is, and not needing it to change is what allows it to change. When I'm unmoved by circumstances, circumstances move. And that's not just this stuff out here. It's your thoughts and feelings. It's your sense of self. It's everything. It all moves automatically for you when you accept, when you surrender. There's no separate person that needs to do anything, because it all does itself. So, and I've been guilty of this. It's like I keep asking the question, how do I do it? How do I surrender? How do I do this? How do I do that? But secretly, you know what you need to do, because it keeps presenting itself. It keeps popping up. So surrendering isn't accepting that you're a victim to it. It's actually stepping into complete empowerment. It's not giving up in resignation. It's surrendering from a place of absolute authority. So all this pushing and forcing against to try to change something is just in vain. The solution is already happening. You just have to allow it. And it can be messy. And that's okay too. Because you practice being this person with all this trauma and all this stuff that you resist about yourself for a long time. And that's all right. It can feel normal, but it's not natural. Your nature is to just relax and surrender and let it all happen. And that's where the faith is. That's where the trust is. It can feel like the hardest thing to do, but that's a complete lie. That's the ego's sense of trying to control it, trying to hold on. And it will tell you all these sweet lies to keep you identifying with it, to keep you holding on. It's okay. There is actually no problem. Except for the one that you create for yourself. And so resistance to me, isn't really negative emotion. It's the refusal to authentically embody it, to authentically feel it all the way through. Because once you do accept and relax, it passes through you and it's gone forever. And you get this overwhelming sense of relief, as if something's shifted, like not just superficially, but authentically. You feel more of yourself and you feel like it's okay to be you. And that's self-love. Self-love is the acceptance of all the shit that you've been rejecting. Really. It's not saying I love myself in the mirror until you're blue in the face, whilst you're getting this guttural reaction that says no, that's just more force. Step into the power. Relax. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with you. You don't need fixing. Just allow all of that to pass through. It's all right. Wow. That was cool, man. I don't know why I didn't sit here and do this earlier and why I procrastinated. Because actually, once I start doing it, it's fun. Man, so thank you. Thank you for watching. And if you got this far through, if you wish to work with me, then follow the link in the description. I've got a free masterclass with me and my friend Daniel. And let's have a call. Let's have a chat. Thank you. See you not.